Good on the Suffolk Ram.
Skazz.
Welcome to episode 282 of the Rounders podcast.
282? I
Chris,
didn't do that last time, so...
No.
282, oh my god.
You mean 2 weeks ago?
Last one.
Yeah.
I don't know when it was. Fucking... I don't know, there was a Thursday. It's always a Thursday, isn't it? It's always a
Yes. Well, it has. Yeah, recently it has been. Yes, for the last. I mean, it's varied over the years. I think originally it was a Saturday, and then it's.
See, this is what I mean. I'm old. You guys keep confusing me. You keep changing stuff.
I know we have to make it fit around our lives. You don't have a life, so it doesn't matter.
What lives?
I was saying you don't have one. It doesn't matter. For you, it's fine. You can do
I
whatever.
don't do anything.
But for me and Saber, we had busy
my boss
lives.
is a dick, but I just sit here all day.
Don't let your boss catch you.
Yeah, I'll get sacked by the end of the week. It's fine.
Yeah.
Start new year 2026 unemployed.
So welcome to our Christmas special 2025. Yay! Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
No ringy bells. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I've come with my ringy bells. Every year I look for my ringy bells and I can never find them just for the podcast. I did think about getting some lights and draping them around myself and having my lights switched on, but then I thought these are ultra bright white ones. These are really bright. They're probably going to really mess the camera up. If they're not, it's not going to be happy about it, is it?
Well, that and the bonus is no one can actually look. That was a great way to torture me when I could see the stream, when I was the one doing the stream. That doesn't work this time, does it?
No.
Doesn't mean anything anymore. I can't see anything.
You can't hurt me no more, Ram. You can't hurt me no
That's
more. I'm protected from you. In our abusive relationship that we had.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. Every single year you used to torture me with the fucking bells. I felt like Quasimodo.
Yeah. And in between, I was there punching him like, you will edit faster. You will. Yeah. Why was the audio crap? It's all your fault.
Can I just throw out there, rest in peace, Zoom H6.
Zoom H6. Oh, yes.
Yeah, do you remember the 6-track field recorder we used quite early on in the podcast? The screen is de-lammed, so you can't use it anymore.
Oh,
and Zoom don't do replacements.
R.I.P. Zoom H6.
I was quite sad. Because I really liked that recorder.
Yeah, my one, I've got my Zoom H4, the rubber's got all sticky on it.
Oh, yeah, it does that. It's disgusting.
Yeah. I was looking online and see, is there anything you can do about this? And some places are putting like cornstarch on it. It's like, does this help? He goes, well, technically, because it's corn that sticks to it, so you can't feel stickiness anymore. It's like, I'm not sure if that's helping really in the grand scheme of things. In the grand scheme of things.
I had to isopropyl alcohol the Zoom H6, and just get every layer of that because that's just where the plastic's kind of going ganky over the years. You just have to rub that textured coating off. That's vile as all hell, man.
It feels so horrible in your hands.
It takes hours to get off. You sat there with like cloths and isopropyl and all that. It's awful. Stop putting that bloody coating on plastic, man. It's terrible.
Oh, horrible stuff. Yeah, your fridge is thinking about it. But you do get high.
You go to pick up your recorder, it's just stuck to your hand. You're like, huh?
Wait,
try to shake it off your hand. Like, why is it stuck? So why are you walking around with the recorder in your hand? I can't get it off.
Yeah. Well, good news. We've got a special job for you. You need to go. You need to go speak to all those gangsters undercover over there. It's like, hang on a second. I've got a recorder in my hand. It's okay. They won't worry. I think they might.
And that turns out they actually don't care. So, oh, mate, you got one of them Zoom H6s too? Yeah. Terrible, isn't it? The plastic. It's like, yeah, mate, I can't. How the fuck? How'd you get it off? I was like, oh, I don't know.
Are you wearing a wire? No, I'm just recording you this.
Yeah, like, check it out, man. I can't make it go away.
But I'm guessing you have 6 channels.
Isn't it? I mean, think about it, mate.
We can have our illegal discussion in multi-track.
We can have our illegal discussion.
We can ensure
surrounds.
when this goes to court, we can ensure it's got lovely, well-balanced audio. We'll all sound the same levels. It'll be lovely and balanced because as you are post-production, I'll to make sure it sounds good. So yes, we'll go to prison for many years, but we'll sound fabulous while we're getting there.
And I'll be like, all right.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, it's Christmas. That means it's time for the Rounders Christmas special games.
Yes.
And this year we played Operation Tango.
Very fun.
Very fun. Very fun.
We found a loophole in my buying games thing. Because I didn't have to buy it.
No. Because Operation Tango has this great feature where if one person owns the game, all your friends can play with you. As long as they download the demo, they can play with you the whole game.
Because and I mean, realistically, they'd have to because it's a multiplayer-only game. So.
Yes. But basically, you're two people playing the game for half the price of what the game is, in a way.
Effectively, yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, that was that's a great little bit. The way that the client, the demo itself, is just a client. Because you can't do anything with the demo if you don't have another person to play with anyway. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll let Skazz take this one because I talked a lot on the last podcast. He can discuss this one. Off you go. Operation Tango, Skazz.
You're such a dick. Like, Ram's the one that chose it. So, Operation Tango is much like... So, every year we play games like We Were Here Together. Kind of like escape roomy style games, like little mini puzzle games where you have two different perspectives. One person will see one set of objectives. The other person will see another, like a set of rule books or whatever. And you both have to communicate through one way or another, solve the puzzle. Operation Tango is largely the same thing, where you have a hacker and a secret agent, like a field agent. And the hacker has access to all of the, well, in theory, has access to all of the systems of the buildings or whatever that you're trying to infiltrate. And then at times they'll kind of get soft locked. And then it'll be up to the agent to find, say, IP addresses, passwords, that kind of thing that will allow the hacker to progress through the network to then, say, unlock doors and things that will, or disable security systems to allow the agent to move through the level. Not overly long. I don't know what you saw, Ram. What did you actually see? Because I played as the agent. And I just got your standard kind of first-person, levelly, walk-aroundy, clicky, interacty thing. What did you get? Because you were supposed to be in cyberspace.
So yeah, I'm in cyberspace. So it's basically a very fancy GUI is what I describe it. In that I basically, how I navigated round the system is I had almost like a tree in front of me, like a inverse. You know those charts where you start with a single on top of it splits off into like 4 paths and more paths. Sure. Imagine that turned upside down. So I start, the bottom would be like access the main network, and then that would split off and go, okay, you can have like, you know, level 1 security or the basement or like cameras, and you can click on those, and then you can have like multiple layers of this. Okay. And you go in, and then basically it's designed to be very much like a user interface type thing. With part of level 4 where you were like, was almost like a infinite racer type thing, but in general, I just saw like, you know, cameras. It was very 2D, as if I was seeing in front of a computer screen. You're meant to be in cyberspace, but you could have got rid of the cyberspace and just pretend you're in front of a computer screen. It would work the same way.
All right, that's interesting. I thought you might have been able to see a bit more, or you'd have had. So you didn't actually walk around anything or anything. It was just literally because you could see the cameras that were in the areas that I was.
There were a couple of segments where I could walk around in cyberspace. So that's where the ones you had to like build paths for me.
Okay.
You had that grid.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, I remember,
and you had to build path. So I had a couple bits like that, and there was level 4 was basically starts with almost like an infinite running game. You know, you're just like constantly, so you're just stuck on a track that's constantly moving forward, and I could move like from track 1, 2, 3, left or right. You know, I started.
Yes, and that was the one where I had to tell you if something was, because you couldn't look behind you, could you? So I had to tell you when something was going to hit you because I could see where you were on which track you were on, and then I would have to communicate. You'd be like. You'd ask for like an IP address, or you'd see symbols, and then I'd have to translate the symbols into a number or whatever, and then you could put that in to do. Yeah, there were a lot of mini games where basically both people had to be involved. Yes. Like that, the one where you had like to move the dot through the maze, and I could go up and down, and you could go left or right. Yes. And that was fine at first until the maze started moving as well. Yeah, sure. Because the idea that it was that if we hit the walls, it would reset. Yeah. And so Ram would have control of 2 directions, I'd have control of the other 2 directions, and then together we'd have to try and shift this dot from the start of the maze to the end of the maze without hitting the walls. And again, as I say, if you hit the wall, when they started moving, if you hit the wall, it would just reset.
Yeah.
So it was quite awkward at times, and you had like there would be like wind as well almost.
Yeah.
So you'd actually have a force acting on what. So like one of us would have to compensate. So like if it was blowing to the bottom left, we'd have to keep tapping up and right to kind of stabilize the movement.
Yeah.
But that would be a button for each of us.
I will say it's a little bit buggy, the game, in that at one point we were desynchronized. So I was like in the middle of nowhere and I was fine, and all of a sudden it went red because something got hit, and it's because you were slightly out of sync with me.
Oh, was that one of those last puzzles?
Yeah. I think it's like level 4. So there's a few bits like that, and the game, we did have a couple of crashes.
Yes.
Where the game just sort of like, I had one where like the game just crashed on me, and then another where the GUI wouldn't exit. It just was like stuck, so I couldn't actually do anything. Couple of little crashes like that, but overall, very sort of interesting concepts, and you had to work together. What's interesting, because obviously I've edited now, so I've seen, because I couldn't see anything you could see.
Sure.
So
well, the only time you could see what I was doing was if you were to hijack the cameras in a room, and I'd have to even tell you what room I was in for you to be able to.
Yeah. And there were a few bits, obviously now I've edited it, I've seen your point of view. I'd say, although it's obviously a simplistic sort of art style, it's still a very nice looking game.
It is very pretty. It was like a cell shaded almost. You know, like how Orwell looked. Like imagine like if Orwell was in 3D.
Yes, exactly.
The way some of the character designs looked. From memory anyway. I thought they looked quite nice.
Yeah, I thought it looked very nice, and watching you sort of like walk around, I was like, oh, so that's what he was seeing. And there's a moment whenever I edit on the puzzle games, and I look back and I look and go, oh, that's what he meant. I couldn't figure it out at the time, but now I understand totally where he's coming from. Or I go, it's right there in front of you, Skazz. It's obvious what we need to do. Just tell me. I was like, I know it's not going to come for some time because I'm just watching. I know what happened. But I was like, it's just there. I can see what you need to do. Just tell me to do it. But it's like, yeah. But then I'm sure that it's versus true. If you were doing it as well, you'd see what I was doing. You'd be going, Ram, it's obvious. You just need to read this bit here. There were a couple of puzzles where we basically brute forced it because we just couldn't really figure out what to do.
Yes. That was where we had to find out the name of one of the suspects by finding their gun.
We had to find their phone. Yeah. And I'm still not entirely sure how we are meant to do that. In watching back, is like I can't really see, because at first I thought we'd missed something obvious, but then we actually did go down that path at some point and go, oh no, we did look at this. Oh, why did we forget this? Could we not figure this out? And it's like I don't still really see how to do. There's also another bit where when I was in cyberspace and I was on this track, there'd be points where the track would divert into like 3 paths, and each path would have a number over it. Say 7, 18, and 12. And then at the top it would say, okay, highest number takes you to the server, middle number takes you to the proxy, and I can't remember the last one, lowest number does. I was like, but where do I need to go? And I tried, I was like, do I want to go to the server? Because I assumed, we were meant to be hacking these guys' servers, so that's the logical place to head. But every time, I would just go, no, you've gone the wrong way.
Yes, then we had to complete a mini game to re-establish the connection.
Yeah.
Between
I
the agent and
still haven't figured out what we're meant to do there.
Sure. We just kind of like by the skin of our teeth managed to get through that one. Yeah.
I hope there were a few skin of the teeth moments in that, and it was free. But I also found that every level had generally, although some mechanics came back, every level had different mechanics. I was surprised because I was expecting, because the last level you have to do like, I had to basically like be your eyes and ears. I could see like a building and see what all the enemies were, and I had to like guide you around it. Very film-like, very like, okay, turn left here, the guard's coming, that's all. Very film-like. I was expecting a lot more of that in the game. I thought there'd be a lot more of doing that sort of thing, but actually only the last level.
We had something like that when we had to get into that office block and we had to get past the drones, which I did not like at all. The window on that was so tight.
Yeah. Yes, I know a bit. We had to get to the mainframe room, I believe.
Yeah.
That was different because I could see the path, so I just had to tell you where they were. And actually, once you knew the trick, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And we got through it quite straightforward. But yeah, I spent a bit more watching patrols and go around. I mean, the last sort of bit of the main sort of campaign, there's quite an open area, there's lots of patrols going around, and I'm just like, okay, wait that building, do not go. like go left, go right, jump the bridge, and that sort of thing. That was I enjoy that sort of stuff because it's like, okay, we're having to actually sort of like run a bit by the skin of our teeth here and sort of get round it.
Yeah.
And but
it was the old that's the old like hacker film, isn't it? Where
Yeah.
you do literally have to go with the earpiece in, sound like you've got to go, watch out, stop, someone's now about to come and do you.
Yeah. That's exactly what it's trying to do, and I think it did a fairly good job of emulating that experience. And from a hacker's point of view, I certainly had a really fun time dancing around. I mean, I'm not sure how the agent felt.
I thought it was fun. I just thought that in some cases when we were like dealing with the little drones and stuff, I felt that was quite awkward at times. Like, say, for example, when I had to disable the drones with the shot grenades.
Yeah.
But it wasn't stated that throwing the grenade drops it on the floor and then I have to trigger the grenade.
Yeah, it wasn't a grenade so much. It was more like a remote bomb.
Yeah.
Rather than a grenade. Yeah, we took a while to figure that one out. It's like the vault is just walked straight through it. Why has it not done anything? Oh, we didn't hit the button. Ah, right.
Yeah, that's it.
But once we figured it out, it sort of made sense and so forth. And that's what's fun of these sort of like, I do love these sort of like asymmetric puzzle games where you're having to like work together. I think the one I always was, as you said, is We Were Here. Was sort of
great game. When we first played that, I really dreaded that when we first played it, and like some of the puzzles came across, and I was like, oh shit, how are we going to figure this out? But we managed to find a way to make things just kind of slot together. Like, even the most weird descriptions, you're like, that's what it's on about. I think there's only ever been like maybe 1 or 2 times where, like in a We Were Here style game, where we've gone, what the fuck are you talking about?
yeah, it's been a couple like that.
Like I think it was like one with like the projectors in. It might have been like the 3rd We Were Here game. And like we had to like move lights to point at that back wall. Do you remember the one I'm talking about? Like like it was like a projector or something we had to do. I was like, that was like how the.
That was the 4th one, I think it was. Where I think so.
Like, how the fuck do we get this to work? And so, oh, hang on. There was a piece of the puzzle we didn't even realize was part of the puzzle. Yeah. This is how it works. And then,
I will say the We Were Here's, I think We Were Here, the 3rd one, got too complicated for its own good. And that was a struggle. We Were Here Together, I think, was the 3rd one. Because I think it was We Were Here 2, We Were Here Together, and then We Were Here Forever. I think it's the order. We Were Here Together. That was a struggle.
I'm going to say my favourite was definitely the 1st one.
Yes, it was a bit more small scale concept, wasn't it? When it was, I agree. I actually think the 1st one was the best ones of a lot. I think if I had to pick them in order, I would say the 1st one, the last one, and then probably the 2nd and then the 3rd at the bottom.
Yeah. Did you not say that there is actually a one that ties into the ending of the last one?
There's another one called.
But it's not the same style.
It's not the same. It's not the same. Well, I think it's in the same sort of universe, but it's not set in the same place because the We Were Here games all set in like in Castle Rock or Rook, stuff like that. I believe it's called Castle Black, maybe. And
that place.
Yeah, place. Whereas there's one called We Were Here. We Were Here. The Friendship, which is like set in an amusement park, which has a very similar art style, so the character designs are very similar, but from what I can see, there's nothing to do with it. Because we were about to do that for the Christmas game side, but it's only like 2 hours long.
Sure.
So I felt it was on the short side, but I do love these sort of asymmetric games. There's also I've seen a couple as well which I want to try, which is like one person's VR and one person's not.
Oh right.
Yeah. Which look like they could be sort of interesting.
It's not like the keep talking ones, is it?
That's a good example. Wasn't what I was thinking of, but that's a really good example. Keep talking, nobody explodes. That'd be a good example. I think that'd be a giggle for a game stuff. But you have to be able to like trawl through reference docs. We played that one around ours one New Year's Eve.
Right.
Because there's like a manual that comes with it. I printed the manual out.
Oh, cool.
And.
So you had to describe what you were seeing in the headset, looking around it and stuff, and then they had to flip through the actual physical manual.
We just played on but me and sister we were basically split into half. So it was me and my sister. We had the bomb, and we just did on the normal TV. We used we Steam linked it. Okay. And the parents were the air quotes experts. Yeah, it didn't go well, Skazz, if I'm honest. We blew up many times. Sitting there watching, trying to trawl through the through the documents, and we're trying to like describe things, and like, oh, yeah, this is not going to end well. But I think it'd be one for me. I think Paul Saber would get stressed out doing that one.
Bless him. He hasn't got much of a no. He can't. Let's let him keep his hair for as long as possible.
Yeah, bless him.
Because a lot of the games that we seem to play really kind of get under. What was that game we actually all did play together? We played one like we were here, but with Saber.
Oh, that was one you guys started. It was a Trophy World Games like one. Was it like one where you like an alchemist or something?
Yes, Escape from Alchemist.
Yeah, you started it, and I joined in about halfway through. Yeah, that was
a fucking nightmare to start with. Oh my god.
Yeah. No, that was up. I imagine it was.
That was quite fun. Like I said, I do quite like those games. I didn't think I would, but after playing We Were Here, they do kind of scratch an itch you maybe didn't realize you had.
Yes.
If we were going to do any like VR like co-op ones, would we be waiting for the Steam Frame to come out then, the new VR headset, or
if we have money?
Yeah, or would you be waiting would you just use the Rift S, or?
I think it depends. I'm quite happy using my Rifts still, so I might pick up a new VR headset, but
sure,
I'm quite happy with the Rift at the moment. But I definitely want to give one of those a go. There are some ones which look quite like more, not so much puzzle games, which look quite fun. But I think there'd be again, so like one you probably like do almost like a one and done type thing.
Yeah.
There's ones like I saw where you and your mate are running a cafe. And the person behind the chef is in VR and has to like make all the burgers in VR, but your mate's like in first person, like taking the orders and running back and forth, being a waiter, and you have to like sort of like get customers' orders in quick enough. It looks like there's like
no, I think I've played something like that with the boys. That was my brain. Trying to get like two like not quite teenagers at the time to all the shouting, the screaming.
Not
like Vietnam flashbacks, mate.
Like, welcome to management.
Yeah, like,
when I used to work at Duo Store, we had youngsters. This was my life. It's like, why have you done that? What in the world possessed you to do it that way?
Well, I do often wonder what the hell went wrong.
Yeah.
But
how do I work out an area? It's like,
did you go to school?
Aren't you doing A-level maths at school? Yeah. Did they not teach you how to do areas at school? Isn't that not like one of the things I would like to think that's part of that?
That's like primary school shit.
Yeah, it's like I thought. What? Okay. I could
just let him go. The society's fucked. We're doomed.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, to be fair, I don't think we were getting the cream of the crop. If I'm honest, we had some good people, but I don't think we were getting the cream of the crop.
Sure.
Because the people who are actually competent would get better jobs elsewhere.
Mate, you got to remember though. You got to think there are more dimwits than there are smart people, and we're doomed. We're just doomed.
Yes, unfortunately, it's not a bell curve. It's slanted very much to the left.
Cliff.
Yeah, it's definitely not proportional representation. But there you go. Well, if you've enjoyed talking about Operation Tango, good news, because at the time this goes out, if you're watching the live stream, air quotes live stream, the first episode of Operation Tango goes out tomorrow.
Fantastic.
On Friday the 19th. And then the next 3 go out on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day. And the final 2 episodes go out New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Did you do it a level at a time? Or?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So they vary. Most levels are about between 30 and 50 minutes long. So I've done a level at a time. It fitted nicely. And it's also I was able to render it quicker. Fits nicely. So, yeah, come enjoy that. Right. I think it's that time of the year, Skazz.
Oh, God, here we go.
So, game of the year. Do you want to go first or want me to go first?
Game of the year. Mate, game of the year has been terrible for me. 2025 has been the year of absolute dog shit. You know what? I was speaking to a mate the other day. I was speaking to Divine. And I was like, dude, I just got a notification from Twitch that my most streamed game of 2025 was Monster Hunter Wilds. What a crock of shit that was. And he was like, wait, was Wilds this year? I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh. Like, we're just fucking straight away in the bin, like no one cared. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Fucking Stellar Blade. Everyone sucked that game's dick. It was Dark Souls crossed with Nier and meta management. What the fuck? That entire game was mid. The graphics were mid, unless you're staring at Eve's ass. That's, you know, that thing where like the thing in center is in focus, and then everything else is kind of like you don't even bother giving that the full. That was basically Stellar Blade. Eve's ass right in the center of the screen. Put all of the rendering power on that. Ass, thighs, done. The rest of it, don't bother. Give everyone else shitty accents. Give them a shitty story, right? Really crappy repetitive music and the lamest Souls clone combat I've played in my fucking life. Miserable.
And this is your game of the year, why?
Oh, it fucking just right. I'm just saying, for a lot of the stuff that people said was good, you're wrong. Okay, because my choice for the game of the year is going to be really fucking out there. What I'm saying is the games that I would have thought would have been decent were really disappointing. And the stuff that a lot of people crapped on, I thought was really quite fun. So, I've got 2 games of the year this year because I'm going 1 cross-plat and 1 platform exclusive. And my platform exclusive is the Nintendo Switch 2 title, Dragon Drive, which is the wheelchair kind of Rocket League style sports game where you're basically just playing 3-on-3 wheelchair basketball.
Yeah.
My gods, I thought that game was so fun. Entirely motion control based, where you have to kind of... The Switch 2 has 2 Joycons. Each Joycon can be a mouse, and they kind of show this motion where they're kind of like moving the Joycons across a table at the same time in parallel. And the first thing that made me think of was wheelchair. So they showed this game off, and I'm like, that looks really fucking fun. You jump into it, and it was fucking amazing. Like, you could actually get a sweat on playing this game, like just rubbing these Joy-Cons against your legs. It fucking gets sore after a while. But it was just so fun just to blast around this little court, this little basketball court, in your wheelchair, just dunking on people, flying through the air, because it's like skateboard ramps around the edge of the of the court. So fun. And then they'd break up each match with like a mini game where you'd have to like race around this like like your Olympic kind of like sprinting circuit.
Yeah. That's all. Yeah.
You'd have to go like through a track, or like you'd have to jump through hoops that are around the edges of like a skateboard, like swimming pool, or
that doesn't sound safe.
No, mate, not at all. Like the number of times you see the little guy just kind of cark it as he bends his wheelchair is so funny. Or like watching guys going over like speed humps and like backflipping over them. So fun, so funny. It was just goofy and fun, and it was cheap. But a lot of people gave it shit because they're like, well, there's nothing in it. Like, all you do is play basketball. And I was like, well, that's kind of the point. The game's like, what, 15 quid, 20 quid, something like that. It's not like the current crop of Switch 2 titles that are £70 or whatever. This was literally just a little mini game that you could fuck about with your mates. It was one of those kind of like little cheapy budget Nintendo esports titles. A lot of people didn't get it. I thought it was really goddamn fun. And I, just every now and then I'll just go, you know what? I just fancy kind of just dicking around on the court. Just, even playing against bots is kind of fun. It was just such a neat game, such a neat little concept.
Did you find that the control style? Did you find that after a while, like you almost like wear out after a while because you like play it for long periods of time, or do you like sort of take a break from it?
Well, so I played it pretty solidly on launch. I played it for days and days and days, and I was playing it for hours every single day. Now I wear an Apple Watch, and of course it's going to be a bit off because obviously it's going to register the motion in my arms like I'm actually doing something a bit more active than I really am.
You mean the Apple Watch wankometer?
Yeah, that's the one. Fucking, my wank counter, the old fucking spank bank, as it were, right? No, it was like, oh yeah, dude, you've just burnt like your heart rate's gone up and you've just burnt like 500 calories, and I'm like, yep, I'm cool. I was quite comfortable sitting there for hours and hours and hours playing the game, and I went pretty heavy into that game. But I did speak to a lot of people in the chat around launch and like chat on my live streams and stuff, and they're like, no, I can only play it for like an hour at a time before I get really tired. And I'm like, god damn, man, like what stereotypical gamers are you, you know? It's like, Christ. Sat there with your fucking Cheetos and your fucking
Yeah. You just got to work through the RSI. You just work through it.
But that's it. I mean, I will say I got some twinges every now and then, but it was just such a fun game. It was different. That's what I wanted. It was different.
Well,
it didn't feel like anything else I'd played before.
Well, at least now, if ever you do end up in a wheelchair, you are well practiced.
To be fair, actually, we already said that I was cheating because I'd already been in a wheelchair before I played that game. So
imagine a peripheral wheelchair that you can have that game where like you just have an actual wheelchair. It's raised off the ground, so you don't go forwards, but you literally sit there going.
That just makes so that's the Omni of wheelchairs. Yeah. That is so cool. I'm in. I want that. I'm in. I want it.
And there's me going, I'm just going to need an electric wheelchair and have a joystick.
I can just imagine that he presses the boost button and just like fucking burns it up the ramp. Yeah, and then Ram's battery just runs out as he rolls back down the ramp.
No.
Like, that's what you get, Ram.
I've got regenerative braking.
As he slows down, like fucking part way, I was like, oh, I can't go any faster. So I'll go hobble off to recharge. He like blocks part of the court because we can't move him.
Yeah. He gets flying around because it's bottom heavy with the battery, so this never really works.
Oh,
I have just looked online, stunt wheelchairs, and there are people who do stunts in wheelchairs. It looks amazing.
Mate, so in Japan, basketball is an incredibly popular sport. Incredibly popular sport. And there was, I don't actually remember that, was it Slam Dunk was the manga? The guy who wrote Slam Dunk also did another basketball manga like years later, decades later, but it was about disabled players. And I mean, disabled basketball players go fucking hardcore when it comes to that game. Disabled players in any sport just go mental. Like, you look at the able-bodied players, they're like, oh yeah, fuck this, like, I'm meant to be. The disabled players are like, no, mate, I am going to be the best. Yeah. We're going to fucking show you how hardcore this sport can be.
Oh, sorry, the sheep are speaking to me. I had to stop myself there because a dark thought came across my head.
Go on.
I thought, well, they're disabled. They can't exactly hurt themselves much more.
Oh, mate, that's great. That is so great. But, I mean, I'm telling you, dude, some disabled sports are so aggressive. But, again, though, people took the piss out of Drag and Drive for it. They're like, well, what the fuck do I want to play disabled basketball for? It's like, but why not? The theming fits. And as I say, there are some disabled players out there who are so fucking passionate.
Mm.
You know? I really liked it. I thought it was really cool. So that's why it gets my... platform exclusive game of the year, and my cross-plat, my cross-plat's also a no one would agree with me on this one either.
I've got to guess what your cross-platform one is.
Go on.
Is it FBC Firebreak by any chance?
I mean, I've only mentioned it. Like, I think I decided this from like the moment we played it, right?
Yeah. I don't know because I literally did the edit recently. It's like, this is my game of the year. It's like, I bet that will be as well.
Well, let me put it this way. So, FBC Firebreak, my current play time is, I think, about 70 hours.
Oh, bloody hell, you have been going at it.
I've put about 70 hours over 2 platforms on that game.
Yep, he likes it.
Like that game was fucking amazing. So FBC Firebreak is it's an extraction shooter based in the Federal Bureau of Control, the Control universe, the Alan Wake universe. And if you play Control, the oldest house, which is the setting of the game, ends up in lockdown because there's like loads of paranormal shit going down, and they can't open up the doors because they don't want it spilling out into the regular world. Magic stuff. That is lockdown. Thing is, the regular Joes of the Federal Bureau of Control have been locked in that building now for 6 years, and these aren't like, I don't know, trained mercenaries they're not a trained military unit or whatever. No. These are like desk jockeys and stuff.
Yeah, they're dirty corpos like me.
In it, having to go down and be like, oh yeah, we've got to pacify the furnace that's trying to set the building on fire, or we've got to get rid of this demon made out of sticky notes, or
Have you watched all the remaining videos? Because there's videos for each of those levels.
I have not. No.
There is like for each of the levels where we play. There was 5 originally, and there's 1 added in. There's like a puppet video for each of them.
Like in the style of Threshold Kids from Control.
Yeah, and there's a bit where they talk about it. Basically explains the mechanics of the level, and there's a bit where like the furnace guy is like, let's look what Gary does. Oh, the furnace is spinning. Let's all take cover. Well done, Gary. Now let's see what Dave does. Dave doesn't believe the furnace is dangerous. Dave is now on fire.
Because that was a problem when the game came out. No one knew what the fuck they were doing. No, because there was no tutorial in that game.
There is a very brief one, or was that added later?
No, that was added later.
Really?
There was no tutorial. No tutorial at all. Well, the tutorial was, you're in the level, fix something, put out a fire, shoot some hiss, leave.
Yeah.
There was no, you can shoot fire extinguishers. There is no, there's no like shooting sprinklers. There was no, this heals you or whatever. Like none of that. It just said, in you go, have fun. And a lot of people got really pissy with it because of it.
You mean I've got the thing for myself?
Yeah,
I
basically.
I want to be told every step of the way of what I can and can't do, so I know my limits.
And it was. People really went mental on that because it was free, wasn't it, on nearly every platform except PC or except on Steam. And a lot of people were going on saying like, "Oh yeah, FBC Firebreak, what a heap of shit! Like I feel conned. I paid for this game. Oh my god, it's not worth the money." I thought it was fucking great. Holy shit, that game was so fun.
We all had. I mean, I had a lot of fun playing it with you. I'm not sure how much fun Zaber had playing it, but
I don't think he enjoyed it. To be honest with you, he found it incredibly stressful.
Yeah, it is intense.
Yeah, but when the game starts, if you don't move quickly and you don't clear waves fast, you get overwhelmed.
But very quickly. I always think it's the good type of intense.
Yeah, it was great. Keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah,
like you were pushing for it, and you're like, we can make this, we can do it. And you were like, even though it was like by the skin of our teeth, we were pushing forwards.
Yeah.
But it was, oh man, it was just so good. Some of the scenarios were so fun. The way that they took a lot of the altered items from the original game, so like paranormal items that would change effects, like modifiers on certain levels.
Yeah,
was so fucking neat, and because they wouldn't always be the same.
Yeah,
at some levels you didn't even have modifiers. Now, when the game first came out, you could select the difficulty level of the modifiers. So you could say like, I want like easy, normal, hard, harder, extreme, and then you could go modifier level 1, 2, or 3. And if you picked 3, you'd have to deal with a modifier per zone because each level is split into 3 zones.
Yeah.
So you'd actually have to deal with a different modifier per zone. But I think they've changed that when we played it. They changed that.
Can you imagine? They should have put the fridge in there, and when the fridge appears, it spawns a fun to somebody, and they have to keep looking at it the whole time, or somebody has to be looking at it all the time. Otherwise, the whole game just ends. That's what they should have done.
That would have been great. I think the fridge should turn up, because that's such an iconic scene, isn't it? That Jesse finds the guy and he's stuck on fridge duty. Someone has to be watching that fridge, otherwise it kills people.
Yeah, and then when you finally get round to him, it's like, oh my god, what's the fridge doing? And I don't know what it does, but it does something to him.
That's it. Because you're not even allowed to blink, are you? Because even for a split second, it will kill you or hurt you. It's FBC and Control are just so goofy and so fun. But again, it was another one of those games that people just didn't get. If you weren't already a Control fan,
yeah. That's, I think, the big thing. You have to be a fan of Control, because that's, again, probably why me and you resonated quite well with it, whereas Zaber didn't. Because we both played Control, and we both enjoyed Control, but he didn't know anything about it. It's like, so we was like saying, oh, right, okay, we need to watch out for this. It's like, why? I said, you ain't played Control. Trust me, you need to watch out for the furnace.
Yeah. Oh my god, mate. Or when the traffic light turned up.
It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, the traffic light's here.
And it's like, shit, we've got to stop.
Yeah.
But then, obviously, when you're in the middle of a wave, you can't stop.
No. But I actually think Control is one of those games that could easily be adapted into a TV series. It is perfect. Like a Monster of the Week type TV series. You could easily do it.
You didn't play Quantum Break, did you? Have you?
I haven't played it yet, no. It's on my list, but I haven't actually got around to playing it.
Right, you need to play Quantum Break, because, funny enough, Quantum Break is very clearly like the setup for Control, the way Jesse's powers and stuff work. Because, the reason I say that, play that, so you like Control, try that, but it's got time manipulation powers rather than concrete and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it also has a TV show after each level. Like a live action TV show after each level, and the things that happen in the TV show will change based on what you did in the level.
Oh, that's cool.
So, did you spare a person's life, or did you grass them up and send them to prison, or whatever? What happened to that person? And funny enough, the lassie who plays Jesse Faden is in it as one of the main characters.
Oh, I must check it out.
You must. It's so good, so good. Although I've only ever played it on Linux. I realized this the other day. I've only ever played it since I was playing on Linux, and so I've never actually got to watch the TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I own it on Xbox, because the videos would never play after you completed a level.
Oh, right, okay.
So I never got to see it. But and also the entire plot, effectively, for Alan Wake 2 is written on a chalkboard at the start of the game.
Well, of course, so all Remedy games take place in the same universe.
Yes. So I thought that was really neat. There were loads of different references. There's a short TV show talking about Detective Alex Casey and Saga Anderson going to look for Alan Wake and all that at the start of Quantum Break. And then to have all of that happen in Alan Wake 2 it's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. And to have all of those characters cross over back into Alan Wake 2. But I'm a bit of a Remedy whore, so it's probably no surprise that I would give FBC Firebreak my multi-plat game of the year. I do wish it was on Switch 2. If that game was on Switch 2, I'd be playing it every day. But it plays very well on Steam Deck, which is partly why my time is so high. But yeah, and it's cross-platform as well. Cross-platform play, so people on PC could play with Xbox, and because obviously Xbox and PlayStation players got it as part of their online subscription, like their Game Pass or their PlayStation Plus subscription or whatever. They all got to just jump in and play it for free. I wish more people gave it a go. I wish more people played Control to kind of get a groove of what's going on. But I thought it was a very, very fun game. I hope it lasts longer than I think it will. But usually, if I like a game, it will probably fail.
Yeah, you are kind of the kiss of death.
Yeah, unfortunately. But FBC Firebreak, that was absolutely great. Multi-plat game of the year, hands down, no question.
Brilliant. Well, if you're going to have 2 games a year, I'm going to have 2 games a year then. Fair enough.
Okay. Cool.
So I've had quite a good year for gaming. There's been a few duds, let me look at my list here. Genesis Alpha 1, that was a dud. I didn't enjoy that at all. Station to Station didn't like that at all. But overall, I've had a enjoyable year. Honorable mentions of things like a game about digging a hole, a very simple 4-hour-long game that's about digging a hole, and it's surprisingly addictive. And it ends. It's very simple, very straightforward. You can easily play it in an afternoon, and you'll complete it and you'll be done. But it's still an interesting little game. Obviously, in terms of my short list for Game of the Year, I had, mainly because I'm a fanboy, Far Cry 6 was on there. I had Stranded Alien Dawn, just because it's a lovely story generator. Stalker 2, because I love Stalker games, and it was a great. And once you change the dialogue from English to Russian, atmosphere is really good. Don't play with the English voice actors; it is terrible with voice actors in English. Play it with the Ukrainian voice actors.
You really need to have an NVIDIA graphics card with that one, though, because you need DLSS to get that game to work properly.
I have, so yay. Icarus, which is the game played recently, which is sort of on an alien planet, sort of survival game. I enjoy survival games, but I saw 2 main games of the year, sort of narrowed down. First one is going to be Hardspace Shipbreaker.
Oh, mate, that does not surprise me at all.
And both these games are unusual. That's why they sort of bump them up to the top. Hardspace Shipbreaker I played it right at the beginning of the year, and it was all about you are just working in a scrapyard, but you're destroying spaceships. And it's really neat. The ships have been put. It's almost like a puzzle game because the build ships apart in a certain way, and it's very satisfying because as you dismantle them a little bit, you gradually sort of drag all the parts off into the furnaces and so forth. They all get destroyed and stuff. It sort of feels like a logical thing. It feels satisfying watching you pull a ship apart, and just all the German character. It's just a bit different.
It scratched that itch that you didn't realize you even had.
It's a great game to play, and because it doesn't require it's not big loud. You can pay. I mean, I sat there playing with some podcasts on in the background as I was doing it because you could. It was enough that you had to concentrate, but also at the same time you could sort of relax a little bit doing it. It's a very relaxing sort of game, unless you go into the furnace, which is not so relaxing.
Oh mate, I did that. I accidentally launched off. I kind of slingshot, grabbed hold of the thing that I was trying to pull in, and just straight in.
Yeah, we've all gone to the furnace. If you go to the furnace enough times, you get an achievement, and you get invited to join a cult.
Oh
wow. I also think it helped as well because at the time I was listening through because this year, starting last year, but this year I listened through on Audible the whole Expanse series of books, or nine books for the Expanse, and I was listening to that whilst I was playing Shipbreaker. It felt very in keeping with the Soul scenario. It was what I was listening to. It felt really good. Great series, by the way. Strongly recommend if you're on Audible. Get the Expanse series, brilliant sci-fi series. So Hardspace is my first one, and it's a great little game. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and the characters in it, design, it just scratches that itch, as you say. It scratches the itch of just it's repetitive, but it works. I also the fact that all the ship designs are plausible. They are built in a plausible way. So when you go to a ship that's this was a ship that used to be used as a cruiser to take people places, and you go, it's just full of seats like it would be. They all feel, they're simplistic, but they feel plausible. And as you learn how to dismantle things and gain a clean dismantle, you get 99.9% of the scrap, I just feel so good afterwards. I loved it so much I bought Skazz a copy. It's you need to play this. Yeah,
I know I did give it a go. I think that was actually when I had just moved my PC from, so I rebuilt my full Linux rig, my full AMD Linux rig. And I went from a 6800 or a 6600 XT or something like that, all the way up to the new, I can't even remember what it is now, but the new top end AMD graphics card. I bought one of those, and I was just oh wow, that's quite a difference in frame rate.
Yes, I imagine it would be.
Turn all the graphics up and just kind of cruising around, kind of just
it's just
that's something I had fun with. Just use the grappling hook and then just kind of flinging myself around the ship more so than just even like taking it apart. Just having that physics kind of catch you and just you could just fling yourself about. It was so fun.
Yeah, because the physics in it, because it's there is some friction in it. Oh, bang them up. There is some friction in it, but it's mostly realistic physics. And when you like get a situation where like, okay, I need these panels to go first. I'm going to lasso them into the furnace, and then I want to cut them. As you cut them, they just go flying away into the furnace like it's been peeled off. Oh, it's so satisfying. And then when you get to like, okay, there's a full tank here. I need to be really careful where I hurt my welder. And when you get it wrong and you blow up, and like the game ends because you've like respawned because you get rebuilt, and you go back outside, it's just a debris field. It's like, I really fucked this ship up, didn't I?
It's like, whoops. Better not do that again.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just,
they can rebuild me, but they ain't rebuilding that motherfucker.
Well, it'd be kind of pointless to rebuild it to then scrap it.
It's like, mate, do you know? Yeah, but which bits can we scrap now? Mate, it's well and truly fucked. It's just all just going into the regular bin. You have no idea. Just get rid of it.
Yeah, it's not worth anything now, I'm afraid. I kind of fucked it up. Well,
your furnace has got all of the stuff in it that shouldn't be in it because you've just sucked all the bad stuff in.
Yeah. But when you finally clear your debt off, which I did clear my debt off, it's so satisfying. So satisfying.
It's just like real life.
Just like real life, yeah. So that's my first game. That's probably like my main one. That's probably my actual game. If I had to pick one, that'd be the one.
Sure.
But my second one, which is, again, I picked it because it's a bit unusual, and that is Pacific Drive. Pacific Drive is the one where you are basically you're in like it's a bit like sort of like riffing off the Source Stalkers, where like, there's an unusual something's happened. There's an unusual anomaly area.
I remember the one with the anomaly, and you're having to go around with the car.
Yes, that's the drive part. Yeah, because it's set in the Pacific Base, something like that. I can't remember the exact place it's set, but you are basically your way in and out of this anomaly is the car. Your car, you drive the car in. The car is your lifeline. The car is you have to leave the car. You have to repair the car. You have to upgrade the power zone. It's all about the car. The car becomes this little mobile base. And every like zone you go into, there'll be like random things that will just suddenly attack you and like throw you about, or you may enter zone, there'll be like a weather anomaly will come in, and if you don't like outrun it, it'll destroy everything around you, or like it'll be just bad around you. And your home, because this car, it's so atmospheric because this car is your lifeline, it's your transportation, it's your way round. It's ready for carrying stuff. You put your equipment in it. You have to like load it up, and it's your way in and out. And it just it basically takes the idea of like an unusual anomaly area and twists it enough that it feels different, and absolutely, and it's creepy. It's not scary, but it's creepy. They really do times like when you're in the areas, it does feel like, God, this is a bit odd and weird. And again, it's a scene, something I could see being made into a film. You know, the idea that this car's, or even like a mini series, this car is your lifeblood. This is your thing. And as you can like, unlock stuff, upgrade, and it's so well designed and mechanically as well. In that, like, okay, as long as the stuff you equip, all the sort of stuff resources you found, as long as they're somewhere in your base, you can use them in the crafting system. As long as they're there. We'll just assume you're going to. You don't need to move to a specific container to use it. We just know you've got it. It's full of lots of little clever upgrades like that, and
nice little quality of life things rather than actually making it difficult. Rather than fighting you.
Yeah.
Whilst you play, you know, they've actually done enough.
And
rather than making it, they've not made it too easy, but then they've also not made it fucking annoying too.
Yes, and it's the fact that you can fully customize difficulty options, so you can like set it to like, okay, when my car comes back, it automatically gets fully repaired. You could do that if you want. You can like set how aggressive. You can really heavily customize the whole experience. I love games where you can like fully customize the whole experience. But we talked about Amnesia: The Bunker a few weeks ago. How you can customize New Game Plus. You can really change how the whole game plays. I love games that give you that freedom. It's like, you know, this game, we want you to enjoy it. let you customize it to how much you want it. Let it make it as difficult as you want, or let it make it as easy as you want, or let you have a balance. Like some bits you don't like, make them really simple, but you do like and want the challenge, make it really hard. I think more games should do that. I think it's great because it means people can customize their experience to what they want to enjoy. And if you play a game which has got tedious parts, well, let's get rid of the tedious parts for you. Just have the bits you enjoy. So I'm all for that. And yeah, I have to say it's one of those games I still think about and look back on and go, yeah, it was a really fond experience.
Was that not one of the first games you played on your new PC as well?
That would have been, yes. That would have been.
Or did you play it just beforehand and then
the first game I played on my new PC, I really pushed the limits, was Heroes of Hammerwatch. So I
I remember. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, you needed that PC upgrade to be able to play that game.
Oh yeah. Actually, I think the first game would have been Stranded Alien Dawn. Probably the first game I played on the on the new PC.
Oh sure.
But it's definitely one of the early ones, and yeah, it's a great experience. It's challenging, and it's very much like let's take the Stalker formula, but let's do our own riff on it. We're not doing a slight twist; we're doing a completely different thing, and that's the reason why I put it above Stalker 2. Is Stalker 2 just Stalker again, but not in a bad way, not in a bad way at all. But this is like, let's do something a little bit different, a bit different, and that's why that's all why I look for games. I like games that sort of like twist the mechanic, a sort of scenario bit, or they like do a riff on it. That's what I really enjoy in sort of games. And I'll play a game that looks dirt shit, but if it's got an interesting mechanic, I'll enjoy it.
The best way.
Yeah.
All of the best games are like that. I think that's probably part of my problem for 2025 was that so many games focused on graphics and did so little for gameplay.
Yeah. Cookie cutter games.
Yeah, it was so boring, but the problem is they were all the kind of the big heavy hitters that one should like. And you're like, but I've already played this before, just with a different coat of paint.
Yeah.
Like you haven't really done anything. And anything you have done, you've made worse.
Where's the innovation? Where's the sort of like unique concept? It doesn't have to be anything complicated. It doesn't have to be anything in depth. Just take a unique idea of how I'm going to do something, how I'm going to change something, and make the game focus around that. Pacific Drive it's basically Stalker, but with a car. Basically. But by making the car the central thing, really focus on that part of the mechanics, makes the whole game interesting. So they're both my games of the year. If I had to pick one or the other, I'd probably pick Hardspace Shipbreaker, if I'm honest. But I have to say, I look back this year, and unlike Paul Skazz, who's had a shit year, bless him, I've actually had quite a good year in games. But I will admit, most of the games I've really enjoyed haven't been, shall we say, mainstream games. Yeah. Or like this sort. Yeah. I mean, I look back at my list, and probably the only like mainstream game is in one that came up this year is technically FBC Firebreak, because that came out this year. But all the others are like older games.
Can we just throw out there? I think this might actually be the first time where we've had a Game of the Year winner that was actually a Game of the Year, other than maybe like last year, I think, so I gave it to East 10.
I think, I won't say I believe so. I think I've had some Game of the Years that have been come out that year.
In all of the years that we've done it, it's very rare that a game that is new that year gets Game of the Year.
We always used to say it's our Game of the Year, not the Game of the Year.
The first time we played it would be that year.
Yes.
But yeah, just I don't know. Like I said, if a game just has to be different. Do something different. Do something fun. Twist a mechanic. I don't need shiny graphics or anything like that. You know, look at the Steam Deck sales. That should be proof we don't need shiny new graphics. We just want games to be fun. Stop focusing on the graphics department and give us some decent mechanics. And if you're just going to make a game that we've already played before, don't make it worse.
Yeah.
Stellar Blade with your stupid meter mechanic.
Agreed.
Fucking, I couldn't believe it. A game that was worse than Nier. Ugh.
Well, on that cheerful note, let's end. So, I will say thank you both for watching us. Thank you for joining us all year round. If you've joined every podcast and joined us, I mean, why? That was my first question. I was going to say,
you're probably borderline being institutional.
Have they not? Do they not let you change the channel? Have they just like set on YouTube? You can only subscribe to one channel for whatever reason you picked us.
They've locked it down. There's like fucking, you know, the old bar across the TV. They've just bolted it shut. Nope, you can't touch it. I
Yeah.
want the remote. You can't have it.
Yeah. But I won't watch anything other than watch these idiots. Tough.
Yeah,
Tough.
You're here to suffer.
Yeah. We are. My sister. I think my sister described it. Says you really guys are really the Top Gear of gaming. I
Fucking
said, okay.
hell.
So who's who? She says, well, I see Lucas Jeremy Clarkson, Sabre is Hammond, and me as James May. So I
Oh,
was like,
bless.
I can't really disagree with that, if I'm honest.
I'm an obnoxious oaf.
You are.
Zaber's a midget.
Yeah. And there's me, who's very much Captain Slow.
Well, I mean, you do. You like stealth, even though you don't need to.
Yeah.
Me and Saber have got a zone cleared out as Ram's still trying to figure out how to get in.
Yeah. Look, I like a game where I can sit in a corner for 6 hours, work out a guard routine, and then bash him on the head and making a mistake and dying. That's the sort of game I like.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That is exactly it. Save scum. He's got an intimate relationship with the quick save key.
But yeah, so thank you for joining us, and look forward to seeing you in the new year. Now, unfortunately, our next podcast, unfortunately, the date falls on New Year's Day, which means I've got stuff on. So it's going to have to be the 15th of January, I'm afraid.
Cool. You're lucky.
You're lucky. So you're going to get a break. So join us on the 15th of January. It'll be our first podcast of 2026. And we've entered into our 14th year.
Oh my god.
I think because we started in 30, yeah, but it's vaguely around that time frame.
So I'm going to run out of arm if I'm going to keep putting ribbons on my arm from all the different like anniversary cakes and that we've had.
Yeah, but yeah, come join us on that. We look forward to seeing you there, and we hope you all have a great Christmas and check out Operation Tango when it comes out tomorrow. So for me, the Suffolk Ram,
Skazz,
have a great Christmas and have a happy New Year.
just want to throw out there, Operation Tango, mate. I had a fucking rad afro.
You did. Your character looks so much like you.
I know.
Both our characters look like us.
You're damn right.
Yeah, and your afro was amazing.
Just throwing out there, I was hot as fuck.
You were hot. You were so hot.
I was so sexy.
Yeah. I can see why I teamed up with you.
Yep.
What you don't know, what you don't want to know is what the hacker was doing outside of the game.
Well, I did. You know, at the end of the day, mate. I mean, the console was very sticky by the end.
I mean, he's only human. He was only human. On that note, thank you much for watching. I've been Suffolk Ram.
Skazz.
See you guys later.
Take it easy, guys.